dust in the air. We had this last week, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I will post on this channel a quick video of that event. There was so much dust we couldn't see the road. This morning, there's dust in the air. It's not as visible. You can see clearish, but on the horizon, you can see where the dust is all coming in. The dogs are waiting for me because I've been doing other things on the driveway this morning, like walking, carrying a dog, and they're ready to go. They're ready to eat. So I said I was going to talk a little bit about what wind and dust meant to our ancestors. Like, we get told here in Bosque County that this dust is from the Sahara Desert. We get told that it's all kinds of things. But I really firmly believe that it comes from closer. Because of the direction of the winds and where it's coming from the west. I really think that all this dust is blowing up from probably other areas in the United States. Potentially areas in Oklahoma and Texas. And I believe that because we have not had much rain and that ground is dry, and any of these places that have had fires are blowing up dust. You know, some of this dust might still be the ashes from the LA fires. It could be that much. And so, what does that have to do with our ancestors? You know, I oftentimes think about this driveway when I'm walking on it, and the calcium in the rocks and the crushed minerals and all those things. At one point, were inside someone's body. We're parts of someone's bones. We're parts of someone's muscles. And even this dust that's floating through the air, that clogs up our noses and congests our lungs, came from ancestors, came from animals and people who went before us. And someday we will be part of that. We're kind of part of it now. I talk to my students a lot about how we communicate with our environment around us through the emotions that we have and through the chemistry of our bodies. So the things we call hormones, the things we call, that stress us out, all of those things communicate with our environment around us. The animals can smell that. And sometimes you can smell it when you pay attention. When you walk into a room and you know somebody's angry or tense, what you're sensing are the chemistry that they're putting off, the chemicals that are coming from their body because they are feeling that way, because their brain is sending those signals all over the body at a really rapid rate, faster than the speed of light, faster than anything else that you can really measure. And knowing that tells us that our ability to communicate with the environment and the universe is instantaneous. What does that mean? That means that when we practice having good thoughts, when we practice thinking about the benefits and the possibilities and have the curiosity for what if I had an amazing day? What if my life was fabulous? What if I lived an amazing life like some of those people who went before me, who discovered things like the railroad and boats and, think about some of those ancestors. They were doing some things that were very, maybe oddly thought about. I can't believe you want to make a steam engine that runs on rails, and you got to lay down all these rails, and people won't be able to go anywhere except for where the rails go. Well, that was a pretty amazing system, and that is a system that is has really revolutionized the planet. It has revolutionized an industry. That industry is super secure. It is, guys, the railroad industry has its own infrastructure. People who work for the railroad are pretty much set for life because someone had that forethought to do it ahead of time. Animal chiropractic is not any different than that. When our doctors go out there, and we have doctors here for Lab 2, which is my favorite lab to teach because they're not afraid. Now they have an idea of what to expect. Now they kind of get the schedule and they can get started. They can really hone that practice. They start to trust themselves. And that's what Lab 2 is really all about. It's about trusting their ability to communicate better with clients. Guys, apologize for the wind. I can't stop that today. They begin to trust what they've learned. They begin to feel that they have learned an amazing amount of stuff. And I want you to know, I am so excited to have learned about 3 people. 2 of them, one of them is my cousin's kids, and one of them is one of my good friends' oldest children, who have elected to go to chiropractic school. Now they aren't going to go. They haven't. They have not said they're going to be an animal chiropractor yet, but there's still time. And if you are one of those young adults who wonders, I love animals, should I be a veterinarian? We oftentimes counsel them and their parents to head to chiropractic school for a number of reasons. One, because it helps your mindset. And remember what I just said a few moments ago. What your mindset is communicated to the environment around you. People can tell a little bit about what you're thinking because if they pay attention to those chemicals that you're breathing out, that happens. They say, oh, you're angry today, or oh, you're happy today, or oh, man, I got to be tiptoeing around you today. Whoops, the rocks are always trying to kill us because they want us to be a part of them. You know that they know what you're thinking. And when you can have a training like chiropractic that helps you understand that what you're doing helps people and animals to heal on their own, it's pretty fun. And you get to do it every day. And you get to wake up every day excited to be able to see the happiness and the thrill that people feel when their animals get up and walk. We have a little dog in the clinic right now who's been with us for a couple weeks. He's going home on Tuesday. He came here because we're not really sure what the injury was. We know that there's some malnutrition, and he is definitely ready to go have an amazing life because he is straightening out. His poor little body was so contorted, it was difficult for him to walk in a straight line or walk at all. He's not very old. And soon he'll be a much bigger dog and be better at doing dog things. So if you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor and you have not added animal chiropractic to your practice yet, find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com. And my number one ask is this: like and subscribe to this channel so that you can share it with your friends so that they will see what you are up to, and so they can get some of this message and realize that they are communicating with the environment as well. Get up every morning, say a couple things that you're happy for or grateful for. I am so grateful for you guys because you help spread this vision, this information about how animals and how we can shape and change our world. If you're a veterinarian or chiropractor and you haven't added animal chiropractic to your practice yet, today is a great day to start that. Why wait? Find us at animalchiropracticeducation.com.